Ramble.
It's horny time. Welcome to Guilty Pleasures. Today we're talking about Netflix's erotic question
You
mark
motherfuckers.
After.
You did this to us, fans. You did this to us.
This was requested by
You guilty
Miles.
whores.
Just me.
Explain yourself.
Well, I knew that we watched 50 Shades. People loved it. And I thought, let's watch that, but way worse.
Yeah.
Just, let's watch that, but about teenagers
Yeah.
somehow.
This
Yeah.
is Miles' favorite movie.
Wow.
No,
Not
I've never seen it. I've never seen the movie.
Wait, you never saw it?
Never saw the movie.
So you subjected us to
Yeah,
this.
was one that was
treachery?
like, we're gonna give one to the audience that's for them that pains you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like this is also a little bit of like backlash for how many times we always reschedule shooting.
Yeah,
That
this is
Miles
true.
is
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Every
I
time we
control it.
cancel, I pick another
Yeah.
horrible movie and put it on our slate.
He has his own Excel spreadsheet off the one we share. Yeah.
Miles pitched this to me as what I imagine is the title for this episode, Kids Bop 50 Shades.
Yeah.
It really is.
50 Shades been making
Are
kids
these,
stop.
before we start talking about them, I
Yeah.
just need to know for legal purposes, how old are they?
Okay,
The
so-
actors?
Yeah.
well, certain. The actors are older than
18?
the characters.
Are we
Characters
sure?
are probably
They have to be.
18.
I'm going to look it up before I say anything. I'm going to
18 and
regret.
19.
The movie came out in 2019.
You're doing some math?
Hero finds Tiffin, the lead.
Yeah, the lead's his
He's
real
20
name
He's
is
24.
Hero.
Okay, we're fine.
And then our leading lady, Josephine Langford, is also 24.
I just found a fun fact I don't think I can keep inside.
I know what it is.
Fanfic.
Don't start
Oh
there.
my
Don't start
God,
there.
okay.
Wait for it. Okay, so, all right, say it.
Yeah, what is it?
The main guy is. Oh my God, the
Is
music.
that the trailer for Morbius?
This music is perfect. The main guy is Tom fucking Riddle.
From Harry Potter. This is a
Oh, God.
As a kid, that's him.
Yeah, it's Tom Riddle grown up
Wow.
as a heartthrob.
Good for him.
Is your Miles
Whoa.
is losing his shit right
That's
now.
crazy.
That's the baby on the couch when he's like, I can make things move with my mind. That's him. I'm sorry. I'll never try to Google our people before shooting ever again.
This movie bravely asks the question, what if 50 Shades was for children? This movie bravely asks, what if 50 Shades took place in college and wasn't even remotely hot?
Wow.
Yeah.
This movie is a PG-13 version of steamy romance. This is a Wattpad story brought to life.
Yes.
Like Twilight before it. This was fan fiction. We'll tell you all about that. I'm going to give you a synopsis. There's a girl. She's
That was like the quickest synopsis of all time.
she's a fucking nerd. She goes to college. She meets a guy. He's hot. They fuck. The end.
Yeah. He's a
That's the
bad
movie.
boy. She's a good girl. He
Yeah.
slowly turns her bad as she discovers
but he's
his
a
good.
smart good boy
'Cause
that
they both love
reads.
books.
He reads The Great Gatsby
Yeah.
and says that it was a dream, and she's like, "No, it
It's
was
a
a
lie."
He's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Everyone had to read The Great Gatsby. You're not fucking special. We
You're
read
not
it like
special.
6 times in high school.
That was all our textbooks. Was The Great
Everything.
Gatsby.
It was The Great Gatsby and fucking Hatchet. Those
Yeah.
were the 2 books we've read.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
God, To Kill a Mockingbird, Jesus.
Do you call it Tequila Market?
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah,
That's actually
it's
George Clooney's new Tequila.
I did write this. I love movies that clearly Google, quote, most famous literary quotes. For what the
Yeah.
characters say. Like they have a Wuthering Heights
Jane Austen.
bit about it. It's like,
Yeah.
I know for a fact you guys didn't.
Yeah.
Never
Don't-
read that.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So this is a Netflix hit. This
Really?
is a trilogy,
Oh.
right, Miles?
There's a sixology.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
No, it's not 6 of them.
Babes, did you not read my fucking text I sent you the other day?
Babes, you sent a lot of text messages.
Okay. You two guys are my only friends. First of all, we've established that.
I'm
Sometimes
on
you
3 different
don't
group threads with
respond.
Kelsey.
We're very close. First of all, there are 3 of these. They've already got a deal for 3 more.
Shut
There
up.
will be 6ily ever afters.
I cannot believe that they are encroaching on Fast and Furious territory. This is bullshit.
What if this makes more money than
Well,
It won't.
Garrick's
it
face?
has-
I-
it can. It's Netflix.
Okay. Sure, babes.
Okay, babes.
Babes.
The more you call me babes, the more I feel
discovered
like,
it from an Australian friend, and I can't stop.
Oh God.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
sorry.
good. I like
It's
calling
cute.
people mate.
Mate.
So wait, there's fucking 6 of these.
Yeah.
I mean, when I tell you that very little happens in this
Yes.
movie.
Good for the writer of this fanfic.
I don't
Yeah.
know, because
I feel like
it has like 30 million reads on Wattpad. It's the most read Wattpad fan fiction
really,
of all time,
and it's
Yeah.
about Harry Styles, right?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
it, babe. Okay, so this began as a One Direction fan fiction.
Insane.
And the characters, I'm gonna have to pull it up. But the characters all map to different 1D members. And so the lead is Harry. The nerdy best friend, I think, is Zayn. Whatever. They map
Is
as
Zayn nerdy?
No, he's not. I
No,
don't know.
he's the cool one. He
They're
should be the
all
main
cool.
guy.
They're
all
all
cool.
cool.
Let's
Well,
see if I have this in my email.
You
Stand by.
have to let the audience know that the main guy's name is Hard On. His name is Hard On.
Harden something.
Hard
but
On.
His name is Hard On.
Okay.
And
It's
he's
Hard
a
On.
fucking dork. I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
The lead of this movie sucks. I don't
is-
like him. He's not hot. You have to be on the microphone. You have to be on the microphone.
Look me in my fucking eyes.
No.
It-
No, he's not. He's not. He's mostly eyebrows.
You know how you guys always are like, I'm leaving.
You're gonna leave.
You're leaving. Kelsey is gone. Kelsey is sauntering out of the room.
He is leaving the room.
Hard On gave you a hard on.
Wow.
Are you both fucking blind?
Oh my God.
Miles, you know what this man looks like?
Kelsey, there's no way.
Are you guys?
You're looking at him?
It looks like a fucking 7-Eleven cashier.
Okay, I need to tell you that I was watching the movie here in the office. And I called in all of our employees.
Yeah.
And I said, everyone, I need a hotness check.
Yeah.
Because I'm a cool boss.
Yeah.
And I said, is this guy hot? And without hesitation, they all said no. Here's some of the great lines that I got.
I love this.
He's what you think hot is when you're 15.
Yeah,
If
okay,
you
fair.
think P.F. Chang's is fine dining,
Who said that?
you'll think he's hot.
Who said that?
That was Jonathan.
Comedy, right turn.
I think Devin added that he's small town hot, which goes with your 7-Eleven line.
Y'all
That
are
tracks with the
fucking-
story.
What I said is he's Boy
Stupid.
Meets World hot.
Yeah.
He looks like the bad boy in Boy Meets World.
I'm sorry, but if you think this man is not going to turn you inside out, you're wrong. He is.
here's my problem.
I think you're calling him hot there because he's a little darker.
Potentially.
Which-
Look at the hair, the cheeks, the lips.
He's got bones.
Y'all are
bone structure.
so
Bye,
dumb.
Miles.
Bye, Miles.
Jerk.
But then you pull up shit like this and you're like, no, this is an ugly man.
Yeah, that's how he looks on the fucking movie.
Y'all, when I tell you,
So he
my
worked for you.
31-year-old body gasped when I saw him for the first time. I was like, oh, I get it. I hate it. I fucking hate it that they do this in every tropey ass teen love story.
Uh-huh.
Noah Centineo, the Beck
I thought
fucking
Noah
guy.
Centineo is very hot by how approachable he looks.
He looks soft.
Yes.
And this guy
well.
looks a little more hard, Don.
No,
Hold
he
on.
looks soft as well.
All
I
right.
feel like he.
I don't
Anyway,
even- I don't
anyway.
even
I guess
know where
here's my
how we
problem
got
is that like
there.
this movie clearly is written for children.
Yeah.
It's like
Teen
it's-
girls.
I
teen
don't think
schoolers.
it is written for
It
children.
felt to me like a teen version of what they think college hotness is.
Yeah.
No?
Right.
What did you think?
I thought that it was written poorly.
Yeah, we know.
But not for like none of the tropes or anything like that were like specifically targeted for children. I think
Sure.
like maybe the longing was,
Teens.
but it felt like this was a
Here's
teenage
what
drama.
every teen young person needs to know who is a fan of this show and a fan of these movies in life.
Hi.
The romance of these movies are often written by people in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah, so they don't remember what it was like.
And this kind of love gives you unrealistic expectations because no person, male, female, whatever, is focusing on falling in love like that at that age.
No.
This kind of love where you're sneaking around in a library and listening to your dream boy read
Yeah.
you books happens after 30.
I also
Period.
called the twist that we talked about earlier.
We'll get there.
I called it because when he was like saying like we have a lot of time for that whole like I'm gonna like pull you along, it was just like, oh, this is just
Toxic.
This is a fuck boy.
Yeah, he throws a glass down at her, and I was like, "Oh, you didn't leave him then?"
Right.
I guess why I didn't think he was hot enough is that she's a freshman girl, right?
Yeah.
Coming in. I don't know any of their names. Do you? I know
She's Tesla,
Tesla.
and he's hard on.
Tesla and hard on.
Yeah.
So Tesla is
Tessa?
like
Yes.
she's a
Tessa.
freshman girl, right? So like it's the classic like, oh, I'm sheltered.
I'm new here. I'm new in
I
town.
I wear full sleeved t-shirts.
Right.
I wear little spaghetti straps
could you
over
please
a long
turn
sleeve
around?
shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sheltered and I want to fuck.
Yeah.
But like for that story to work, you need a man.
You need a man.
You need a man.
He wears
man.
all black.
Wears all black.
He has a
He's
leather jacket, and he reads.
I'm sorry.
He's got
Any
tattoos.
college
got-
student who wears a leather jacket is a try-hard dork.
Okay.
I feel like
yeah.
100%. You just got into college.
You're wearing
not a
basketball
man.
You
shorts.
just had a 3.8.
Yeah.
Take
I
the
know
fucking
who I
leather
am. I'm
jacket
wearing
off.
Birkenstocks.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is like no
Also-
person is that fully evolved romantically.
Nobody romantically
Yeah.
and as an adult
Yes.
person.
It
Also,
happens late. in
the fact that
life.
he was not wearing sweats and Birkenstocks on his college campus, like, just means that you're not as adult as you seem.
Think you are.
Why
Yeah.
are you doing this?
Why are you
don't
trying
get it.
so
You
hard?
wear a fucking sweatsuit.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be in college, I feel like that's the more sexy man, the one that
The
doesn't
gray
he looks
sweatpants?
disgusting.
Noah Centineo did pull off sweatpants boy.
Hell yeah.
A little bit hotter.
Of course he did.
Yeah. Anyways, she's a good girl. She gets to college. She's got a bad girl roommate
Yes,
You
she
got
does.
who's bad?
who's
I liked her.
bisexual,
I liked her.
and she's sexy.
Yeah, she's hot.
And what does that mean? She's gonna start hanging around with the bad kids, who
Yeah.
are basically just kids who fuck.
Let's also pause there and say, because there's this mix-up where an upperclassman is rooming with a freshman. That doesn't happen. That'll
Really?
never. No, that's
No.
not a thing.
You can't do that.
No.
It's they like split them in half. It's like freshmen and sophomores, and then you have juniors and seniors.
What
in
were
different
they?
houses. They were
I have no idea.
Seniors.
But anyway, also, if you are, I don't know if she's a sophomore, junior, or senior, and you are obsessed with trying to befriend your brand new freshman,
Right.
book smart roommate who doesn't want to party, you're also a loser.
Hold on, but that's what's different about this generation. Remember, we've talked about this before. They don't believe in that like mean girl clique shit.
That's fair.
They're like way more inclusive, and
That's-
they're
that
not
is
like
fair.
you're a
She's so
nerd.
That is fair. That's like
Why is she
that's what
obsessed
we were
with her?
talking about
Right.
the other week, where it's
Yeah.
just like that. If you see somebody over on the side or
Yeah,
whatever,
you're not
some
gonna be
basketball
like,
players just like
fucking
"He
throw
fucking
trash
sucks.
at
You
him."
little piece of shit. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, man, let me go
She's
teach you how to play basketball.
including her.
I'm not
It's
saying you
okay.
would be
we
mean to
understand
her.
you're hurt.
Yeah.
This hits at a deep place. I
hurt people
understand.
hurt people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she would be mean to her, but I did not believe that she would care about her.
Well, maybe that girl knows she's going to spend a lot of time around her because she's going to
Yeah.
be watching her and her girlfriend fuck, her and her boyfriend fuck. And she's like, I got to get this bitch on my good side.
You're winning me over. This movie was awesome.
Yeah. It was
Yeah. There's some things that can be explained away, with,
Yeah.
especially with like
this writing and how little happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she meets.
This was written like an action movie. I'm gonna say that. This was written like an action movie where it's just like set piece after set piece after set piece, and we're just writing things to get you to the next set
Yeah,
piece. Because
okay.
the amount of times there was a montage of them kind of not having
Jesus.
sex,
It was too
like,
many.
It was truly making me and
Nauseous.
Sequoia want to
Have sex?
no.
Kill yourselves. Got it.
That one.
Okay.
I would say the opening is an absolute masterclass in not developing a character.
Yeah.
The first 8 minutes, nothing happens.
Right.
And it plays the same song
Yeah.
for the first 10.
It was She's discovered. She's walking on sunshine, baby.
And All I know about her is that she likes books.
Yeah. And that her brother kissed her on the mouth. Because I saw that.
You said that.
I saw that. I was like, oh, he's in her house. That's cool. That's the brother. All right. And then they kissed on the mouth. I was like, this is a new type of film. Oh my God.
I deadass paused and went, is that her brother?
I hope it's not.
It was, in fact, her high school senior boyfriend.
Yeah.
As she is a fresh, which
we were all confused.
Listen, she did cheat on him, but fucking that needed to end.
We can talk about that.
That needed to end.
We need. There's a whole chunk on that because that's what. Okay, but we'll talk about that later.
A freshman in college should not be dating a high school senior. When you go to college, you need to be independent and hang around. That's too much baggage to be claiming back in high school. That's weird.
So I was furious for the first until she broke up with him, because they are playing this like this is this beautiful, amazing romance story. And then on the other side is just this poor dopey boy with long hair, just getting cheated on,
growing in
just getting fully cheated on.
But we did see that he was a little bit fucking.
He was a little toxic.
He was a little because he was like, I don't like that you're out.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy or the boyfriend?
The boyfriend.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't like that you're out drinking.
I can't believe you're drinking. That's why your mom didn't want you to be hanging out with those girls.
Yeah,
like, he turned nasty very quick.
Yeah.
He was super cool. He was a cornball fully.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny that on his side of things, if you look vice versa, that's the beginning of most comedy movies.
Yeah, his villain origin story.
And I was just like, I want to see his story, his Superbad or whatever.
But like, when you guys were in high school or like going to college, would you be caught fucking dead with high schoolers?
No,
right?
We can't fucking do that.
No.
But then also, it's on the other side, if you're dating a college girl, you're like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You're the guy. But then you're also getting cheated on. And you know you're getting fucking cheated on.
Yeah.
You're just happy to be nominated.
Yeah, you're just happy to be nominated. Beautiful gowns, all that stuff.
When I was a high school senior, I was dating a college freshman quarterback at a college.
Yeah, he was cheating on you.
For sure.
Yeah.
And he would like bring me to the college on the weekends, and I'd sneak into the dorm and get to like sleep in the dorm with all the other fucking football
in a twin-size bed.
In a twin-size bed.
What are you, on top of him?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I felt so fucking cool, and I just was like, he probably gets shit on from all the dudes of like, why are you dating you're in pussy heaven.
Yeah.
And you're dating maybe I had a good pussy. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, how long did it last after he got
a while.
A while?
I will
like
say it's
years?
more common, just because this is a gendered thing. Like, it's more common for a freshman college guy to date a high school girl. Very rare for
a girl
other way around.
Yeah, which is stupid and gendered and why? Well, because
we've
all grown up. Yeah.
And then they go to college and they see fucking men.
Yeah.
They
like,
meet
that's what
men. That's what a man
fully
is.
connected beard looks like.
Right.
Holy shit!
All right, I told you in confidence I was insecure about my little beard patch. So the boyfriend is from You Season 3, Theo Engler, played by Dylan Arnold. I love this guy. He's
You Season 3.
Yeah.
As what?
He's the neighbor that love falls in love with. Spoiler.
Hold on.
He's the cute fucking neighbor.
Whoa! That was him?
Yeah, he has the same face. What are you talking about?
No, that's so weird. When he's blonde, unrecognizable. I thought
by
this.
the way, him and love are dating in real life?
That's adorable.
Isn't that so cute?
Wait,
So he's my favorite part of You Season 3.
I haven't seen you.
Except for Shalita Grant, who was on the show. She's actually the best part. The whole season is great. But
wow.
I think he is such a fucking cutie.
Yeah.
I think
not as a blonde.
So much more attractive
when he's a brunette.
than the lead guy.
Yeah. Well, they needed to dye his hair blonde. That happened to me once when I was on a Tina Fey pilot. They dyed my hair brown for 3 days and then all the way back blonde because the lead actress was blonde and we looked too much alike. And they were like, can't have a villain, like opposite people looking exactly the same.
You were on a Tina Fey pilot? What happened to it?
It was the one. It was the only Tina Fey pilot that never got picked up.
Oh. Jesus.
R.I.P. Cabot College with Margaret Cho and Fortune Feimster.
Cabot College?
It was about an all-girls school and 3 boys have to join an all-girls boarding school. It was a network show, live audience. It
and
was very
the
fun.
most popular network comedy right now that's new this season is called what?
Sex Lives of College Girls?
Avid Elementary.
Avid Elementary.
Cabot College.
No, Cabot. C-A-B-O-T.
Yeah,
Cabot.
It just sounds like Abbott.
College.
It sounds like Avid
It just
Elementary.
sounds like it.
Whatever.
Do you think about like the sliding doors moment in your life of what could have been if that show were a huge? You would be here.
Every day of my
You would
life.
be
Yeah,
here.
you would
I'll
not
tell
be
you that
here.
When
much.
I tell you after it didn't get picked up, weeks later was when I was in rehab, just so you guys know.
Yeah, checks out.
That's a big one. That's a
Honestly,
big
I
one.
can't. I don't begrudge you.
Devastated. Anyway, moving on.
Sorry to bring that back. You also got Selma Blair in this bitch.
She
Yeah.
is a mom.
She's a mom now.
I
mom
can't unsee
now.
her swapping spit though.
I know.
I was like, you dirty whore. You gotta, you mad that your child's a little hoe because you are a hoe.
Solving spit and what?
Fucking Cruel Intentions.
Oh.
Have you never seen Cruel Intentions? That was a very
It's a moment.
suburbia.
I don't know if it's Selma.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
And what's his name?
I only know her from
Ryan
Legally
Felipe.
Blonde.
Ryan.
I know her from Legally Blonde.
Oh, and she was a kind legal blonde. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of.
What I can't get over is there's something about the dye job in this movie and the fact that she's like grown
Yeah.
up. That she looks so much like Annie Murphy from Schitt's Creek, and it was
Oh,
really weird me
yeah,
out
long
because they don't look
hair.
alike. Selma Blair, you normally see her with like that dark black hair, but
Yeah.
she's got that like kind of
Mom
like your color.
look.
Yeah,
I'm a blonde.
you're blonde, but I don't know, but you have the brown. I don't
Yeah, the brown in it.
What are you talking about, guys? I paid a lot of money to not have brown on my head.
Have you seen the back of your head?
I try not to look.
There's a lot of brown.
We're growing it out. I went all the way short, and now I think I'm gonna go all the way down to my butt.
I need to tell you that
Big
Alexandria walked in, and so she hadn't seen this movie, didn't know. I asked everyone if they were hot, and she goes, "So is this movie about like a girl with a terminal illness who falls in love with a guy and before like she dies? Is it like a
No, this
6
this-
feet apart thing?
No, this movie is supposed to make you want to fuck. That's exactly what it is. It's a movie not about a terminal
You
illness
want to hear
at
something
all.
so weird? This is the first movie I fast forwarded through the fuck scene.
Yes.
The hooking up
Because they're
scene.
uncomfortable.
I
There's
need
too
to know
many.
if you guys know this, or if the audience, if you guys know this. What's the opposite of a boner? What do you
Right.
call that?
An inver-owner.
An in-owner.
An in-owner.
Because I've never enjoyed kissing less in a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
They kiss early.
Is it because we're old and it's uncomfortable because they're little?
So I did look at them and I was just like, man, these kids look young. And then I'm like, fuck, this is what college kids look like. now.
Yeah.
They look like fucking children. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So me and Sequoia we're talking about we miss the days when fucking 30-year-olds were playing teenagers so that
Yeah.
you can look their age up and be like, oh man, that
Yeah.
person is
They
hot.
did look
They
suspiciously
look
young.
young.
Yeah.
Look young.
They look like kids.
They look
Yeah.
like children.
High school.
Fucking baby Voldemort trying to play a man.
Tom Riddle. But I think part of it is that they're so young. Part of it is that I don't think he's hot. Part of it is that, I'm sorry, I just have to say it, is that they kiss early,
Yeah.
they kiss hard,
Yeah.
they kiss often.
Yeah.
Often.
There is no tension in this movie.
And
you
it's
could,
and they
What? There was no tension?
sexual tension?
Hold on.
no.
You were going to say something.
Please hold.
Oh, I was just gonna say that there's this beautiful like sunbeam, bokeh lens, all that bullshit
Ooh, good
in the
use of
background,
word, bokeh.
and she's fully cheating on her boyfriend. I just
Yeah,
can't
it's
get over that fact.
gorgeous
It's so beautiful.
and
It's so nice, and then she doesn't bring it up.
give a fuck about it.
She doesn't give a fuck.
What about when her boyfriend comes to visit the college and she fully leaves him to go
Yeah.
spend the night and like you forgot about him? As an audience member, I was like, oh fuck, her boyfriend.
her boyfriend is
was
here.
in town
Yeah, we were
visiting
like,
her.
She was
Oh,
in
shit,
bed with
he's
her
still-
boyfriend.
Yeah, and then in
woke
bed with
up
another
and
man.
then went to another.
And then he smashed a glass, angry.
And she
then she
stayed.
still was like, I would like you to fuck me now.
Okay, wait. We're forgetting a big piece of this pie that we have to name, which is the truth or dare party moment.
Oh, I was gonna say the
Okay.
magical black friend, but whatever.
We will get there. But
Okay.
before we can talk about them as a couple, we have to say like how this happened. So they're at this college party. She doesn't drink, she doesn't do drugs, and they're like, fine, let's play truth or dare. And someone dares her to kiss hard on. Tesla kiss
Make
hard on.
out with hard
Yeah.
on.
And
'Cause
she
that's what people
stands
do
up,
in college.
And there's this really
Welcome to
tensiony
college. We
moment.
dare you to
All right,
make out.
Shut the fuck up. And he goes to do it, and she goes, I'm done with this game, and walks away. And it's like, ooh, he's never been denied before, thus making the audience think, wow, he's never been denied before. Like, that's going to make the chase a lot more enticing because they then become enemies where they're always arguing against their favorite books, like The Great Gatsby and the Jane Austen-y one. And we think, oh,
Pride and Prejudice.
yes, thank you. We believe that they're two like the tension comes
Yeah.
because they don't
Two
like each
sides
other.
of the magnet
Opposites.
repelling against each
Yeah.
other. But in the very next scene, she's in his bedroom. They talk and they get close.
Yeah.
And their lips are about to touch. And he says,
Oh,
"Are we
he's-
still playing the game?" Because he has
Yeah.
a goofy ass British accent.
Yeah, he does.
We're
That was
playing
kind
the
of
game,
Australian.
innit?
Yeah.
And they almost kiss because like we're just meant to believe that there's some fucking electricity
Yeah.
between them that I will tell you I never felt once.
No.
Ever.
In high
Because
school?
her face doesn't change.
Yeah.
She
got
literally
plain
just
face.
has large
Gorgeous.
eyes.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
But
Yeah.
This is a point that I want to make before we move on, is that the difference between this and 50 Shades, and this is my point about tension,
Yeah.
is that, so, okay, they kiss early, they keep kissing,
Yeah.
nothing, I mean, like they...
Is this?
They move on,
So
like
much
they, you know,
kissing.
like, okay, now maybe he fingered her, maybe we don't know. Now maybe they had sex, whatever. Oh, they do have sex, okay. But like,
Yeah.
so some things are changing, but it's all the same. In 50 Shades, we at least have the tension of when he gonna bring out them big old whips,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So like we
Yeah.
know that it's built like they're withholding something from us. And
Yeah.
also in 50 Shades, there's the shame of like, this is bad.
Yeah,
I can't do this. I'm
taboo.
breaking the rules.
this is just a story
This
that
is-
every single woman goes through.
Sure.
Yeah.
Every single, and here's what I think they did get right, and where I have to
I can't believe I
disagree.
just used 50 Shades as an example of like
A
brilliant
good-
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 50 Shades was fucking spicy,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
That shit was hot as hell.
Yeah, I think
Like,
I had to disagree in that episode, but I really liked it.
No, it was like
Yeah.
this was seasoning your chicken with fucking
and-
salt and pepper,
yeah.
and then 50 Shades was like, I'm gonna put all kinds of shit
Yeah,
in here.
this is marshmallows.
Yeah,
on top of
right,
chicken.
You ever heard of
What the
sumac? We putting that on the chicken.
yeah.
So here's where I disagree with you both in that what they do really well is making it feel like the most climactic, no pun intended, dramatic, tensiousy thing. And that's what it feels like the first time as a girl you are hooking up with
Yeah.
and getting liked by a guy that you have yearned for.
But
and
she didn't
dreamt
even
about.
she didn't even build up. This is where everything falls apart because she didn't build up the fact that she liked him.
What
for
about the
one.
slow motion in the coffee shop?
Fair. Okay, whatever. Slow motion in a coffee shop. She looks over and her
Got
face
you
doesn't
there.
change again.
Yeah.
Sure.
They both like books, and he catches her in his room.
Yeah, and they talk about books.
Yeah.
But there is not enough pulling away from the fact that she has a boyfriend.
You ever hate fucked a girl?
You're really hung up on
I'm
this?
so hung up on it.
What happened? Who hurt you?
No. Sure, whatever. A lot of people. It's not that. It's that I know the morality of
Feeling
most women.
like you shouldn't be doing something.
Yes, yeah.
when-
It's like at least that's already baked into the
Yeah.
story, and that could be used as a way to be like, oh, we
I
should, but
shouldn't,
we shouldn't,
yeah.
but we should, but we shouldn't. And then
But
there
she
was
immediately
she never
cheats.
even she says it once. I have
Yeah.
a boyfriend, and it was not in one of those moments.
No.
If you're gonna do that, at least like make it hot that it's naughty.
Right,
Yeah.
right, and
That's
it
a
didn't.
thing.
It's just like it's so easy to use.
She did say that's why she didn't kiss him in Truth or Dare. That's why she doesn't kiss him in her room. But she doesn't ever say it's because I have a boyfriend. He
Just
doesn't.
doesn't like him for whatever reason.
Or
Yeah.
no, I think it's because she knew she had a boyfriend and she shouldn't do that.
Right,
Sure.
right, but
But they don't. He doesn't know it until he's like, so how's your boyfriend?
right,
Or like, where's your boyfriend? Does he go here or whatever? And then you're like, how did he find out?
yeah,
Because the roommate told him.
because this is a
Happens off
fan
screen.
fiction, he's written kind of like a robot, where all he wants to do is
like
love
sleep with
her,
Yeah.
and that does make him quite creepy to me.
yeah.
It's unrealistic as fuck. And I cannot stress this enough because when I tell you the amount of times I watched like a Jesse McCartney video, music video being like, this is how a guy who likes you should treat you, or like watching The Notebook. Like there is a love bombing aspect to these like super god men that they put in these features that just isn't fucking realistic of how men actually are until they self-actualize in their late 20s, early 30s. And it sets us up for relationships will never be good enough. It's not as
Yeah.
romantic enough. Why doesn't he treat me like this? Why doesn't he treat me like a princess? And it makes us yearn for this thing that literally we have to wait half of our lives for.
Right.
And I think they do a good job at making those moments feel really important because I think they are but I mean, when I was in college, I was fucking, we were way past that stage.
I wrote, they kiss so much that I'm left wanting nothing. I'm begging you, stop kissing. I've never wanted two people to kiss less. Oh my God, they're kissing again. Why do they keep kissing? Please, God, no more lip action.
They should have called this movie Public Display of Affection.
Yeah, because it is annoying.
It fully feels like watching your friends make out constantly at a party, and you're just like, guys, could you guys just not get a room, but just
Are
go
you
away.
Are you a PDA guy?
To a point, to a degree.
Okay. Are you a PDA guy?
I'm not in front of people I know, but like I'll sometimes be like, if there's no one I know around, I'll try and kiss Maggie, and she's like, no, and I'm like, there's nobody here. We don't know anybody, and she's like, no.
In the very beginning of you guys, because we're all in like long-term committed relationships, I just realized. In the very beginning, was it like, do you remember always being like, I'm going to like sit next to that person. I'm going to like hold their hand under the table. I'm going to like look in their eyes and kiss them. And now I'm like, I don't even know where he went. He might have left the party. Like,
I'm the reverse.
Really?
Where I was like very, very
Distant?
distant, standoffish. And then now I've started to
you're like, please don't leave my
Don't
side.
leave me.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I think I was blinded by that heroin love that they experienced in this movie in the beginning. And then things got more realistic.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, we live together. Like,
I see you
when I get
every
home.
fucking moment of every day, especially with the pandemic.
Right.
And that's maybe why people love this, obsess over this, because we're missing that like heroin
Missing
feeling.
romance.
Yeah.
We're seeing
Do you wanna
going
talk
out
about
to a pond.
Yeah. Where I want to be drowned in a lake by a hot guy.
Yeah. That's the beginning of most horror movies.
Yeah, whatever.
There were so many movies in this movie.
Yeah, she could have died at any moment. I would have been like, yeah, that checks out. Okay,
Do you want to talk about the magical black man?
I feel like what happened was this young boy came in for casting and he blew the socks off of people reading for the
main guy,
the main
hard on.
lead.
I agree with you.
And they were like, well, he doesn't work, but
How many apps?
we have to put him into something. Or
Netflix
blah, blah.
is
We
like,
just like him so
we're not
much.
trying to make a black movie.
We can't really
Is
do
it
that.
believable?
I don't think it's his performance wasn't believable enough.
Oh my God.
And he's also, I don't know if this kid is British, but he
Have
might
a
be.
British accent?
No, I don't know. I mean, British people can do American accents so easily.
We can't do
So
British,
he could have been British. He could not be the actor. But truly, his only purpose is to give her advice.
Deliver her. He
To
could have been a
deliver her.
magical fairy
He
troll.
could have just popped up whenever she asked for it.
Fairy
which,
godmother.
And his relation is that he is Hard-On's stepbrother
Stepbrother.
to be.
Yeah.
We later go to the wedding of Hard-On. Hard-On's dad is played by motherfucking Sandy Cohen
OC.
from the OC. The dad I never had. Sorry,
Wow.
Dad. I love you. But
But
Sandy Cohen, is, I mean, come on,
Yeah.
man. The
Such
the
an
guy.
attractive.
best
Looks the
brows
same.
in the business. I love that man. And then we meet Sandy Cohen's wife to be,
She's white.
who is white.
Oh yeah, I just
could be
realized that.
half-black.
He could be a halfsy.
Yeah.
Halfsies.
He could
looks
be.
He looks half.
He could be.
Yeah.
Wow, but you're right. It's where did that relationship go as well? Like the brother better be in the second one in a big way.
He better
Right.
get some fucking action.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see him get his fuck on in
But
the
they
sequels.
really introduced it. The first time I saw that character, I thought that was going to be the
gonna
love
guy.
triangle.
Yeah, that's why I felt. That's why I
exactly
felt
why.
that he auditioned for it because their chemistry was already
Right.
like
It was
there.
Yeah.
And that is something I was missing in this. That I do. Okay, here's the thing that you need to know about me.
Oh boy.
I actually really love romance RPGs and stuff.
Wait,
Oh.
role playing game?
Yeah,
Like I don't know what you call them, but like the Dream Daddies of the world. When
Dream
I was
Daddy.
a kid, like they're fucking fun.
and
Oh.
Sims and
No, but they were like
there was a
ones that
Sim
were
dating.
more
Yeah,
hornier than that.
yeah.
They were like when I was way younger, they're like horny games where basically you could fall in love with anyone and
That's-
multiple people at once. And like, you're new at the school. Oh, you bump into this person.
Yeah.
What do you want to say? And you can make lovers or make enemies, right? And that's like, fan fiction is that,
Yeah.
but not as interactive. And in those games, in those books, anyone can be fucked. And
Yeah.
it's like the Wonka factory of fucking,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
like, you could fuck anything. Why? Even I'm fuckable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this, I didn't want her to fuck anybody.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted her to get her studies done.
I did. I really did.
I wanted her to
too.
stop kissing.
Yeah.
But I think that it would have been stronger if like he were a hunk too. Maybe he'll have his little Team Jacob glow up.
Yeah,
and he'll
Get
become a
muscles
wolf
in
boy
the
over the
second
summer.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
that man is only getting more attractive. We needed to talk about the most dramatic thing that happened in this movie that I went, what? Nuh-uh. So they've been dating.
Yeah.
You know,
They've been dating.
secrets are like, ooh, behind the scenes. They're not telling their friends, but they are fully in love. And mom comes to visit.
Oh God!
Mom walks into her dorm room, just straight through the door. Surprise!
Mom
Mom's
gets
here.
through security.
Yeah, somehow.
and just walks into a
And
dorm
just
room.
walks into a dorm room, and Tesla and Hardon are making out, and she goes, "Is this what you've been doing instead of studying?" And she's like, "Mom, stop! You're embarrassing me." And she's like, "You need to go, Hardon." And then they meet in the stairwell, and the mom's like, "You need to break up with him. He's gonna break your heart." And she's like, "No, Mom, just because that's what happened to you. That's what happened to me." And then she goes, If I walk out this door, then you are cut off. You are cut off? I was snorting fucking Xanax and Ritalin in the same fucking bar. And my parents were like, let me fund another year of college for I'm sorry, but
You're cut off.
you're cut
That's-
off because you're fucking making out with a dude.
That's
Mom,
such a weird, toxic way to go because he's like, hey, you are never gonna learn and make it in this world.
yes, you are only the result of your worst moment, which
No
is
daughter.
what I just walked in on.
Also, why is it a worst moment? No daughter of mine's gonna kiss a boy.
when
Yeah.
she's 18,
Right.
fucking mom.
You just gotta take that L, parents. Your daughter's in there fucking.
yeah, dog.
Your daughter's in there fuck. Your son is in there fucking.
Is anyone
Yeah.
listening to us who's a parent? Your kids be fucking.
Your kids be fucking.
Your kids.
I'm so sorry.
Did you ever have that moment where you realize that your parents definitely know that you're fucking now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I left
remember that.
condoms downstairs. Yeah.
Garrick.
You
and my-
how could you be so careless?
I know.
Garrick, how old were you?
This is 19, 20 maybe.
Oh, Garrick was fucking me.
That
19?
you were
You're cool.
definitely
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah. My mom was like, somebody left their information
Oh my god!
in the downstairs. And I was like, what? And I went into the room. So luckily,
love
my
your
brother
mother.
was staying with us for a little while. And so she didn't decide which one it was.
But she knew.
She knew it was me.
Oh my god! I remember my mom started taking us to the gynecologist when we were 15, and she was like, "You guys, I don't need to know. You don't have to tell me, but you're all going on birth control.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck. And here you go." And then I remember she would come with me to different gyno appointments, and she kept trying to come in the room to like hear what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And so one time my mom came and she was trying to stay in the room, and and the gynecologist was like, "Are you sexually active?" And my mom's standing in the corner, and I look at her, I look at my mom, I look back at her, and I just go, and I shoot my head over to my mom, and just sweet old soul. She was like an 80-year-old woman. She's like, "Christy, can you please leave?" And my mom left, and I go, "Yeah, I'm having sex now. Oh my God." Blah, blah, blah. And she goes, "Here's what we're going to do." She was like an older Jewish woman. She's like, "We're going to bring your mom back in here, and I'm going to tell her that you thought you had herpes, but it was an ingrown hair, and you didn't want your mom to know. So you were just checking it out, and everything's fine, okay? We don't have to tell her you fucking." I was like, why would I have thought I got herpes then? And she goes, "Razor blades, toilet seats. You won't believe it. I've heard it all." And I was like, okay. And it worked.
Of course
Wow.
And it worked.
Trust your
And
gynecologist, everybody.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Get a lady gyno. She
Yeah.
knows what she's
I
doing.
love that.
Yeah.
Well, in my mid-20s, my mom was like, "When are you going to start fucking?"
I'm so glad I didn't burst out.
Wait, had you already started? You had already started at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had.
Wow.
You had already started at that point, and she was so oblivious, and she was just like, "I don't think my
check
son
in on
doesn't, my son doesn't have the stank on him yet."
The shadows under his eyes. They're
My-
only getting
Son, why
deeper.
aren't you pulling more?
One of my
God.
buddies lost his virginity later, and the shift that happened in
Yeah.
his demeanor.
Yeah.
When people were just like, "I can tell you're a virgin,"
Yeah.
by talking to you.
That's
where you just like you have like a huge Disney VHS collection
Yeah.
or something like weird like that.
Which sounds dope to me.
It sounds
by the
dope.
way.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
on board with that.
Yeah,
If
but-
that's what losing your virginity is giving up on that pastime, then I want to be
I
a
don't wanna
lifelong
be.
virgin.
No, but you can. I always thought like it was a bit. Like I would always hear that in passing or in
Right.
conversation. We're just like I can always tell when somebody's a virgin.
Yeah.
Seeing the stark contrast between my buddy who I've known for years before and after,
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, this
There's a
is
glow.
100% a thing.
Yeah.
Like his shoulders started sitting a little lower. He started like opening his legs up a little more.
Wow. Evolution.
Evolution
Hey, what's
began.
up, guys?
Yeah,
My
right.
mom and sister both told me that I became a way nicer person once I started getting laid regularly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Well.
says about me as a prude, but I guess I was a big old bitch. Fine.
Hard-ons tattoos suck.
They suck. They
He
suck
has
balls.
bad tattoos.
When I tell you, I thought of you every time I saw one of those little random tatties.
Fuck you.
You want to
Yeah,
get
right?
random tatties. You don't want like a full piece like rickety over
Yeah,
here.
But not like his shitty ones.
Yeah, you
You
got to get
want-
big boys, or you
No.
got to get huge.
Zach, tell Garrick the tattoo you want
I want little doodles.
on his arm. He
Little
wants
doodles
a
on
he
my
wants
arm.
like an apple on his with
I
a
never
face on
said
it.
apple.
Get a bunch. Get a bunch of big ones, but get a bunch of palm-sized ones.
Maybe palm.
You have
I don't
to
know.
have, you have to have at least palm-sized muscles to be doing
Yeah,
a
I know.
palm-sized
No, you can.
tattoo.
You have palm-sized.
No, his were. That's not why. Man, fuck you. This ain't about me.
Okay, anyway.
His tattoos were scattered.
Yeah.
throughout his whole body.
A lot of snakes.
But bad art. Yeah, on his under his.
That's what Rihanna has on her chest.
the snake.
Yeah.
Well, his was bad.
Yeah.
He had a
Hers is great. Everything
hers
on there is great.
No, hers is incredible. Of course.
Yeah.
He had a ship, like a nautical ship, on his
on
back.
his chest and his chest,
On his
right?
hand, didn't he have one too?
Oh no, it was on his back, like the top of his shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On his knuckles, he had a king, like a K and a Q
yeah.
for king and queen
Ew.
cards.
Yeah.
He had an anarchist symbol, which
All
he
right.
ain't a fucking
Yeah,
anarchist
right, at all.
No.
No one with a British accent's an
Yeah.
anarchist.
Oh, Lord Voldemort.
And then
Fucking love
and on
tea.
the top of his palm, he had the
Pumpkin.
Deathly Hollows.
Dude, fucking
loser.
imagine the filmmaker should have.
Yeah.
That would have been so good.
Yeah, I hated his tattoos.
Yeah.
So the mom cuts her off.
Oh, right. That's what we were
Yeah.
talking about. Mom cuts her off. And this was, I think, one of the scenes that fully coalesced and realized. This one of the scenes that made me fully realize, like, oh, this is why I dislike this movie, is because it's so surface level everything.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about anyone
at all.
Why? So they have this rant of like, Mom, you want me to be perfect because you failed, and I'm like, I don't know anything about you
Yeah.
guys. I don't know why this is
The
important
dad
to
ran
you.
out on them.
Oh, I missed
and
that.
I think mom fell for a guy like Hard On and doesn't want
Yeah.
Tesla.
I mean, that would
To make the same
That would
mistakes.
add some depth.
Oh my God.
That's no, I think they
Is that
do
in the
said
movie?
It. Yeah, it's
Was
in
I
the
just
movie.
so bored that I wasn't paying attention?
You watched
Yeah.
it on 2x speed. I know you.
I tried to. The TV doesn't have that option.
Oh, okay. So, but then the craziest thing happens. Tesla moves in with Hard On.
Yeah.
He buys a beautiful
No,
ass
he
apartment.
doesn't buy it.
he
Did you
really-
watch the movie?
I did. He's plant
His
sitting.
professor, his chancellor dad
Yeah.
had a professor that was
Plant
away in France for a
Italy.
year. Italy
Yes.
for a year.
And so they move into their pied à terre,
Imagine
their love den.
if you ask your
beautiful place.
friend's son to water your plants and find
And then
out
they
he's been
living-
nonstop
Fucking.
fucking
Yeah.
in your
Sweat,
apartment.
your plants are covered.
Yeah,
God.
it's just like you come home and you're just like, why does it smell like sex in here?
What could you fuck in your professor's bed?
No.
Why? Also, why does that professor have a dope loft? I don't know. Maybe this person's kind of cool.
Yeah, where is this school? Because I feel like
Very unclear to me.
Very
yeah,
unclear.
I think it's got to be on like the East
It's
Coast,
giving
right?
me East, like North Carolina vibes.
Yeah, if
was
it's in
what I
North
felt.
Carolina,
in walking
the city,
distance to a secret lake.
right? Exactly.
It was definitely like
Driving
in Carolinas.
distance. Yeah, because he's got a SS.
Or like a Virginia. Maybe
There
too
was
cold
a
for Virginia.
montage of them going from their house to the college
Yeah,
that I didn't pay attention to.
it
was
looks
generic.
more
White bread.
either Pacific Northwest or fully East Coast.
I didn't
Should
even know
have
the
been
Pacific
Forks.
Northwest even existed until I moved to California.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't even know the Pacific Northwest existed
Oh,
until I moved
shit.
to college. I thought it was
Whoa.
just the Oregon Ducks, and that's all I knew.
No, it's fucking beautiful out there.
I didn't know it was like a culture.
Yeah,
Oh, news to me. Little Southern girl.
insane.
This movie has a twist. With about 14 minutes left,
Yes.
it drops a bomb.
Well, it's going all too good. They've been living together. They've been fucking. They fuck.
They've been kissing a lot. They
they've
need
been-
chapstick.
There's the
Yeah, they
whole
do.
beginning of the third act is them kissing.
Have you ever kissed someone so much that your mouth becomes like numb and raw?
Literally every time I kiss because of my disorder. It wasn't the answer you were expecting.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No. that's
Those
not
things are going well, but
Yeah.
then
But then Homegirl knows it's all too good in the neighborhood and finds a text message from Molly, her old roommate, the bisexual who used to fuck hard on, and finds it to say, have you told her yet? I miss you. Can't wait to see you tonight. And our girl Tessa's like, I'm not about to have my old roommate play me like that. So I'm going to secretly show up to where they're all hanging out tonight. Why she wasn't invited? Why they're still a secret as a couple? I don't know. So Homegirl shows up and sees Molly, old villain roommate, and she's like,
no, first, this is some toxic ass shit where she confronts him and he goes, do you trust me? Then what's the problem?
Oh, yeah.
And he leaves. It's like, fuck you,
yeah, that was
man.
not a
Fuck
healthy
you.
fighting
No.
mechanism. So they show up to the bar where they're all hanging out.
Can I pause you again?
Yeah.
Because there's another confusing moment.
Oh.
She is in a guy pulls up in Hardon's car and it's the townie who's one of their
yeah.
friends. And she goes, where's Hardon? And he says he might be there. And then she goes, what are you doing with this car? And he goes, what? I can't be borrowing his car? It's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is that moment in the movie for?
Why did we
this
need
this
that?
moment in the movie?
Why was that a question?
Why
Is that
did
a
we need
budget
that?
thing? Is
Yeah.
it?
Is it because they wanted her to see his car and think she found him, but then it turns out it's the townie, so the rug pull, so she's still like searching for him?
No, but just that couplet is such an easy lift.
Yeah.
We didn't need to know why do you have his car. It
Yeah.
could've just
Why did it have to be his car?
Yeah.
Why was it his car?
I don't know. I would have asked the question if had they not answered it.
No, but why? But why?
He was
not use a
going. He
different
was
car?
going to pick up a blunt.
It was
Yeah.
weird. Anyway,
Whatever. So then they show up at the bar. Molly's there, but Hardin's not at the table. He's in the bathroom with a friend. And she's like, oh my God, hey, Tesla. And Tesla's like, what are you guys doing? And she's like, we haven't seen you around in a while. And she's like, yeah, that's because I've been living with Hardon. And they're like, what? Wow, you guys are getting pretty serious. Like, no one knew you guys were dating. And she's
which
like,
also, man, that just means they've been
Red
totally
flag.
extracted from
Yeah.
all
all the-
social life.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
fucking
healthy. They've
not
been just
good.
in each other's faces so much.
Nom, 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 nom.
And then Hardin shows back up to the table, sees Tesla, and is like, Tesla, we gotta get out of here. And Molly's like,
Oh
no,
my God.
tell her. And
Yeah.
Tesla's like, yeah, tell me. And he's
I
like,
swear, if we-
Molly, don't do this.
I swear, if you come with me, I'll explain it all. I'll explain everything.
Yeah,
I'll
fucking
show you my
right.
Horcruxes. I'll let you destroy one even. Just come with me.
I'll tell you the secret.
I've got the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
I've got the
I'm
Cape
a
of
wizard.
Invisibility.
That's
If
the secret.
you undo my turban, there's a little face on the back of me head.
What behave was he Irish now? And Molly says, I'm gonna blow the shit out of the water for a sequel.
Again, remember, there's less than 15 minutes left in the
Yeah.
film.
She flips the camera phone and it's boom, the video from the night they were playing Truth or Dare when Hardon was dared to kiss Tesla. Tesla was kissing Hardon and she said, I don't play games. And he said, oh, the Hardon got dissed. And then he goes, oh yeah, because his fragile ego was very
Do the
fragile.
accent.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, mate? Well, you don't think I can make her fall in love with me? Eh, mate?
He's
Yo,
Cockney now.
Y'all need to dare me. You dare me and I'll make her fall in love with me. And as soon as she does, I'll turn it off.
Won't you dare me?
Dare me to fall in love with, make her fall in love with me.
Why don't you dare me?
Yeah. Two
Damn
things
me.
with that.
I think that I could be dead.
Two things with that.
Tell me your two things.
First thing.
Number one.
She had the exact same scene talking to her fucking boyfriend. I'm back. Here we are.
Justice
We're right back at it.
boyfriend.
We're right back at it.
Yeah.
So if you think that this person who is now fully in love with you, that you've seen all kinds of romantic films, blah, 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 you actually did it. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
If you think that this person now does not deserve to have a conversation with you after you just begged your fucking long-haired dopey brother boyfriend to have a
yeah.
conversation
brother
with you,
boyfriend.
that's, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you're out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
You're out of your goddamn mind, mate.
Second thing,
Number two.
he couldn't turn it off. He's
Yeah.
obviously not able to turn it off. That's why he sits with you at the end of the movie. So there you go. Like, you won.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Problem
He
solved.
lost the dare.
But what a girl saw, what Tessa saw was,
Wow, he didn't love me for me at the beginning.
and
Fuck off.
and
That's
all
not
of
what
this,
that's not what the world is like.
all of this was a dare. To date me was a dare, which is the fucking plot twist of every
Right.
goddamn
But every
romantic
single
teenage
one, every single
fucking
one. But the
movie.
caveat in there is that, hey, I can turn it off. Is it turned off? No. Well, then the logical explanation is that he is in love
But
with
he
you.
hasn't said "I love you" yet.
Okay,
Because he's
that's
in
fair.
college.
Because
in
there was a
college.
time when they were in the bathtub together and he was writing "I love you" on her back, but he doesn't say it. And so she's like, if he was in love with me, he would have said it right then and there. That was the perfect moment to say it. It was so
How long do
romantical.
we think it's been?
I bet it's 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's 3 weeks
It's
as well.
3 weeks.
I think
But-
it's fully a weekend.
yeah, and
If Maggie told me if I found out that she had been dared
Yeah.
to date me,
I'd be like, who did the dare? I need to send them a gift basket. Thank you so much.
I'd be like, I literally would look her in her face and be like, that's crazy. You fucked up.
Yeah.
But we're here
you
now.
have
Well,
a
you
house
know.
with me. We're
I'd be
getting
like, joke's on you,
married."
bitch. We're in love
yeah,
now.
we're in love. I'm getting married to you.
Yeah.
I don't care
I'd
how
laugh
it started.
and say, that's tight.
And
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck you, bitches. I literally got him. Like,
Yeah,
I'd say
I
won the
changed
dare.
him.
Or I'd be like,
I
thank
fucking
you.
won.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
I
daring.
am that fucking bitch.
Right.
Every bitch that thinks she can
You-
change a man, all y'all right here, fools,
Yeah.
laughing.
Every corny dinner party, you'd be saying, oh, well, how did you two meet?
Yeah.
Well, here's a
was a
funny story.
dare.
It was a dare.
Dude, those wedding toasts are gonna crush.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
Oh
And
my God.
Molly could have been the best man or the maid of honor, whichever she preferred. If she, why was she so out to get her if Molly was only friends with benefits with Hard On?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
She
out
was
here
like,
fucking women the whole time.
Yeah.
Who cares?
that's what I'm saying. Why did she all of a sudden go salty on Tesla?
It also was the way that this twist comes just out of nowhere at the end of the movie. It is not alluded to.
Yes, it
There
is.
no.
The text messages.
That's the
You
scene
know
before.
something's down coming up though.
But
You're
that's
like,
yeah, that's
No,
right
that's
before it.
1 minute before.
everything's too good to be true.
No, Kelsey, that's 1 minute before that reveal. I'm talking
Whatever.
about the movie,
Oh,
the
well,
whole story.
You know something's fucked up with him. He's throwing glass. He's denying his feelings. I think he's been playing toxic-y moment.
I thought he was just weird.
Okay, well, he
Yeah,
likes books.
I thought it felt very fanficky. where
You
it's just
felt like it
you're-
was undeserved of a twist?
Yes. It's an undeserved twist, but also like if they had set it up earlier, which again is very played out. It's a trope. Everyone's done it. But at least then I have attention and I'm watching
You're
something.
waiting for the secret
It
to be
just-
revealed.
Boom.
I see.
Yeah.
The plot just hits us with
Yeah.
a truck out of nowhere.
Well, what I'm confused about is because literally the movie ends 2 minutes later, 3
It
minutes
just
later.
ends.
And there's no way they wrote that ending of him coming up and sitting down next to her on the fucking lake bridge and that being the end of the movie without knowing they were getting a sequel.
They
Oh,
knew.
they probably signed it on for 3 movies.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
then that's the only way you get away with what they did.
Yeah.
It's an infuriating ending.
It
Yeah.
might have tested well. Like, I don't know if they do that for Netflix movies, but that might have.
Also, what
Every
I would
time-
like to be a part of a test.
Yeah, me
Film.
too. I
How
want
do
to be
we
a part
get
of a
into
test
that?
screening.
Someone send us
There's
a test.
something, yeah, there's
thing.
something you can sign up for. But
Yeah.
like I've heard multiple times every time I mean even on this podcast when I'm like that ending didn't make sense. It was
Yeah.
like blah blah blah. Well, it didn't test well, so they had to change the ending and all that stuff. So it feels like it was probably like a test thing.
I mean, truly, what 50 Shades did, where she goes in the elevator and says, "Goodbye, Christian,"
Yeah.
and the doors close, and you really don't fucking know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's how
a
you end
good
it.
way to end.
Yeah.
And this was basically like he sits down next to her. She allows him to sit. They kind of like, look at each other and you're like, oh, they're going to get back together. Got it.
Yeah, sick.
But I do know what happens in the second one because I looked it up. So
Tell us.
They don't immediately get back together.
Okay, of course not.
They try to be friends.
Yeah.
And then there's a boy that comes in. There's a third.
Love triangle.
Yes,
Is
it's
it
a love
the
triangle.
black kid?
I can't remember. I watched it a little while ago because when I heard we had to watch this, I was like, what am I signing up for? Do you have fun facts for us? Because what's better than him being little Voldemort?
facts.
Wizdax back.
Okay. We've talked about a lot of them. Obviously, this did begin as a 1D fan fiction, and it received backlash for portraying Harry in an abusive light.
Yeah.
So the names were changed. We really didn't talk about it much.
Oh, his name was Harry?
Yeah, in the
Damn,
original.
that's crazy.
We didn't talk about this much, but yeah, he's an abusive doucher
A little bit.
in this movie.
But that's also how
violent.
fucking teenage boys are.
Yeah, we don't know anything
what
yet.
They throw shit.
Is it weirdly what teenage girls think is hot?
No.
No? Okay, then let's take that from the record.
where he punches that guy at the bonfire, that was a little attractive. But violence is not attractive. But it was a little attractive to be stood up for.
So Hardin represents Harry. Zed is Zane.
Who's Zed?
Is that the... Look it up. Is that the black guy?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, is it?
Landon is Liam. Nate is Niall. And Logan is Louis. Liam Payne watched and enjoyed the first two movies without knowing the characters were from One Direction.
LOL.
That's pretty fun. So this was we talked about how this was a Wattpad series. The original Wattpad series has been read by almost 2 billion.
Oh, wow.
my God.
readers.
I said 30 million. I was
Yeah.
way off.
No, let's not. I know I don't have it here, but the stat of like how much it was read initially is pretty staggering.
It's the
Wow.
most read Wattpad ever.
And like, let's not underestimate the power of fan fiction, man.
Yeah.
It taps in.
It's gotten a lot of things on the big screen. To
And
be fair.
does it translate from great writing on Wattpad to great movie writing?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Established.
So Anna Todd, the writer of the fan fiction, was halfway through writing her second book before telling her husband that she was the author behind After. She said, quote, "My husband just thought I had a phone addiction or something. He didn't know I was writing entire books on here."
Oh, wow.
So that's crazy for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
One, that you kept this horny secret from
You're
your
a
husband, which
fucking
is hilarious.
novelist. That not a day goes by that I don't tell Jared I'm writing a book.
2, that you kept the secret that you're writing a book. 3, that she wrote a book on her phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gotta hurt your wrists.
Yeah.
There's no way that's
You're
a healthy
saying that,
wrist.
yeah,
No, people have done that before.
Well, you're a stand-up. You probably do all your shit in your notes.
on my little note.
That's not healthy for the wrists.
It's bad for your wrists.
I'm sorry.
Apology
Apologize to
accepted.
yourself.
Yeah, I apologize.
So the lead, Josephine Langford, was asked to play Tessa just 2 weeks before shooting began.
Wow.
She originally
So.
had auditioned for the role of Molly, but when someone resigned for the role of Tessa due to scheduling conflicts, she was asked to step in.
You want to know who it is?
I have it. I just don't know who she is. And I feel like we can't say this enough.
I'm
the
exhausted.
lead, his real name is Hero.
Yeah.
Some bold ass parents.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Well,
obviously,
when their brother is
Yeah.
Rafe Fiennes, they knew that they could
You
name
got
their
money,
kid
honey.
anything.
Stop taking pictures of Bowie and Garrick. I never get it. No one took a picture of me and Bowie.
He's so happy. Well, now the time has come for us to decide, is this movie a pleasure, a guilty pleasure, or just plain guilty?
Okay, I'm gonna go first because I know what y'all's answers are. I'm going with guilty pleasure because if you don't think I'm gonna not watch the other two this weekend, you're fucking wrong. It tickles a part of my dickle that I just haven't had tickled since I was in high school.
Tickle my
And
dickle.
it brings you right back to all those feelings, all that drama. Did I say drama twice?
Yep.
Wow, I think I just had a stroke.
All those feelings, all that drama, all that drama.
I just say it so nicely, say it twice. And I think it's a guilty pleasure. I think it's so bad that it's good.
Well, call me Mary J. Blige because I want no more drama in my life. I'm out.
That was fast.
This shit's guilty. I don't like
Yeah.
it. It was boring as hell.
Yeah. Also guilty.
But I'm glad you liked it.
20 minutes into the movie. I think it was 5 minutes into the movies. I was fully watching it with Sequoia and just like looking over and being like, she's into this type of thing.
Is she?
So she might be into it. And,
Okay,
and
I'm
she
gonna
was like,
text her.
oh, this is like a teen drama. This is my shit. I
Yeah.
can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
20 minutes in, she was like, oh, this is a bad movie. Damn, this is a bad movie.
I thought the same thing. Like
Yeah.
20 minutes after they introduced all the characters, then
Yeah.
it got a little.
Yeah. 45 minutes in, she was fully on her phone doing work.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
But Kelsey knew she had to be here to represent those
Yeah.
who love it. And I actually am
Listen,
curious to know if you're out there, if you
yeah.
love this,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, I would love to.
What you guys don't know, my guilty horse, is that I so often have to be the one sticking
Yeah,
up for
that's
all
fair.
these fucking films, unless it's a Vin Diesel or a bald-headed action motherfucker.
Yeah.
I have to do the work for us, y'all.
Yeah.
Before the episode started, she's like, Garrick, you fucking hate this, didn't you? I'm gonna have to be the one to defend this, aren't I?
I said, please.
Do you want to trade?
Do you want
Do
to
you want to trade?
Yeah.
What if Garrick just came in and pretended like he loved this movie?
I would.
Everyone would freak out.
I would probably cave 5 minutes into
Yeah.
the
I don't even
podcast.
think you could make it that long.
I don't think
I don't think the audience would believe you. They would
wouldn't
call you
believe-
out.
I can't.
Okay,
pull that
fine.
out.
Just to test this theory, at some point this season, you will play me.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
I
will
would
fully
love that.
take on each other's opinions.
Okay.
And we will see if you guys can call out which
Yeah,
movie
and
it
then
is.
like maybe at the end we'll
reveal.
reveal.
Oh, Bowie looks so happy.
I will say an absolute pleasure of this is that you get to imagine a romance novel character sitting to do his homework and writing a paper. So that's pretty fun.
That's pretty
That's
hot.
pretty nice.
A guy doing what he's out
supposed
there
to
to
be doing.
do.
The teacher hands back the paper to another student and goes, I think this was written more for you than it was for me.
Yeah, well, that teacher's getting fired.
It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
She was first of all too attractive. She was done up.
Let us know what you guys think about after. Let us know what other movies you would like us to see. And tell Miles he's a jerk for having not watched this. I'm at Corny on all things.
I'm Kelsey Darragh on all the things.
I'm Garrick Bernard on all the things.
And until next time, oi, I'm horny, mate. I'm a bad boy. I'm gonna fuck you and kiss you till your lips are raw.